is Die Hard a Christmas movie? We all dress up like dinosaurs for Christmas. Sometimes I think traditions can be just peer pressure from dead people, and my mom still insists that Santa comes every year. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I am Yvette and I moved to the UK 2.5 years ago, and I'm documenting my experience. And so obviously it's still kind of festive, so I wanted to do a little bit more around Christmas stuff. So I've done traditional British Christmas concepts and traditions, and I thought I want to know some unusual left of centre ones no one's heard of Christmas decorations, Christmas traditions. So I thought we'd go on to the Ask UK Reddit, so I can ask you guys essentially what your most unusual Christmas tradition is. So we'll jump into it. Disclaimer, my neighbours for some reason are being very noisy, so if you hear anything, I'm terribly sorry. First one. When we were kids, my favourite part of Christmas Day was stockings. When I got to 16, my mom said, "You're too old now." And I asked why, and she suggested that we carry on as a family and we'd get one for mum and dad too. The tradition carried on ever since, and my mum and dad are no longer alive, and I'm 59, but I still get my stocking, and my wife has taken this up too. I think that's good. I don't see the point. I think that's why a lot of people say, oh, they hate Christmas or anything, because I think so much of the Christmas magic is created by mums, and once you become an adult, you have to do it for yourself. But personally, I think it's worth it. You know, you can only control what you can control, and if you want to have a good time, have a good time. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't rely on other people. Do I have independence issues? Maybe. Life is what you make it, you know? If you want Christmas to be crap, it'll be crap. If you want it to be fun, it will be fun. I'm 33, married, and I haven't lived at home for a very long time, but Santa still leaves a stocking on my doorstep on Christmas Eve. He rings the bell and runs away. It's a total nonsense from a pound shop, and I love it. See, it's just a bit of fun. To be honest, my mum, I'm too old, and my mum still insists that Santa comes every year. I log into every Discord chat on my list and wish everybody online in a voice chat a happy Christmas and spend a few minutes chatting. I've been very lonely some Christmases, and it's just a small bit of Christmas cheer that's helped me through some tough times. I've also had weird and wonderful conversations. I think that's true, because I think as much as I'm like, oh yeah, have fun, blah blah blah, you know, there are a lot of people around on Christmas who don't have as good a time and don't have as many family connections or friends to celebrate with, so it can be quite lonely, particularly if you're single. So I think that's so sweet. It's a really nice way of doing it. Maybe I should do that, like a live stream or something on Christmas. When we were kids, we got up super early, and we always had a present from the cat that was up on the fireplace. This was the only present we were allowed to open before our parents woke up, and it was always something we could do together for an hour, like a board game. The year she died, she did her shopping beforehand, and she got us a wee rep Susie Puss. Aww, that's so sweet. Stop it, I can't handle pets. They're so cute. Also, genius for the parents. Like, 10 out of 10 for everything. One Christmas Eve around 11 years ago, I scored a super discounted family. On Christmas Eve around 11 years ago, Dad and I scored a super discounted, amazingly fancy turkey from Waitrose at 4 p.m. Now, this is a yearly tradition which we've honed to the extent of doing a recess in the morning and suss out how many left. Many people think we're nuts for risking leaving turkey until Christmas Eve, but it's our one unbroken rule, and it's my special thing I do with my dad. Mum and my siblings think the whole thing's mental. I love a bargain. Who doesn't love a bargain? I think that's super sweet. Also, having just anything tradition, you know, it's not really about the turkey, is it? It's about the time in the game. And if you get a turkey, then you're getting both. So that's the ultimate win. And judging from the comments, if a lot of people do this. Oh, and then it says, what if you did it and it goes wrong? And they said, we discovered last year that mum keeps a backup frozen turkey in the freezer so it wouldn't totally ruin Christmas. And that's what mums are for, backup. Nothing beats the buzz of Christmas Eve bargains, and I agree. I wouldn't call it strange, but turkey is nowhere near our dinner. Beef Wellington and goose all the way. Tastes miles better, and less quantity of meat goes further. I think there's a lot of people, and you tell me if I'm wrong because I don't eat meat, but I feel there's a lot of people that eat turkey because it's tradition and not because you enjoy it. And Christmas should be for enjoyment. So like, if you prefer, you know, leg of lamb or beef Wellington or something, then like that's what you should be eating. As much as I do like, oh, traditions are fun, sometimes I think traditions can be just peer pressure from dead people. So I think at the end of the day, you should just do what makes you happy, and if the tradition aligns with that, good. If it doesn't, don't do it for the sake of doing it. That's my hot take in this video. Someone said, I watched the Star Wars holiday special for fun. I don't know if you guys have seen the Star Wars holiday special. It's supposed to be like one of the worst films ever made. I'm surprised I haven't seen it because Daniel's such a massive Star Wars head, so I'll count my lucky stars on that one. Table presents. A succession of girlfriends have said this is weird, but it's all I've known. We have normal presents in the morning, and then our Christmas dinner, everyone gets one last present placed on their setting. It's always one supplied by the hosts that year. I think that's really sweet, like to draw it out, because I think sometimes if you have all the presents in the morning or whenever you celebrate, I'm just like, it's all over too fast that you can't really savor the moment, particularly like, let alone like gratitude and stuff like that, but just it's all over, like all this anticipation, and then it's done in like 10-15 minutes, you know what I mean? So like drawing it out will hopefully satisfy the amount it's been like anticipated for like weeks and months, particularly for children, because you know how they could like counting that since June. These are actually such a good idea. I'm going to see which of these I can pick out for my own family tradition. We always had party tea on Christmas Eve. On the day we go to collect the turkey and other stuff, while we're there, and then for dinner we have pizza, crisps, French bread, sausage rolls, etc. Can't remember why or when it started, but I enjoy it. See, once again, I think it's just that thing of like eating what you enjoy. I don't know what I'd have for Christmas Eve dinner. Tell me below what your Christmas Eve dinner is, because obviously we're not Christmas, it's what's Christmas Eve. I almost just want to say pasta because I love pasta. A little bit of gnocchi. I work with the Italian and he tells me off for saying gnocchi. He's like, it's gnocchi. Like party pies, sausage rolls, fairy bread. I've discussed that with you guys before. It's not a party until there's fairy bread. Well, this one's interesting. Christmas spider. Here's a purple plastic spider with now threadbare fluff on his back, and he sits in the tree until Christmas Eve, and then he's hidden somewhere in the living room by the year's chosen person. First person to find him on Christmas morning is exempt for washing the dishes. That's a bit fun. I love a game. For more games for traditions. I would have said they can open their present first rather than washing up or whatever. But still cute. Also, why a spider though? I have questions. I don't love the idea of a Christmas spider. Absolutely not. Oh, I have a big question. Okay, this one says, watching Die Hard, it's a Christmas movie on Christmas Eve accompanied by barbecue ribs. Now, question guys. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Now this is going to be the thing that I think riles everyone up. I do not believe it's a Christmas film, and I'll tell you why before you come for me. Tell me in the comments below what you think, and I'm open. I'm like, this is not my hill to die on, but I will tell you my logic, because I've put a lot of thought into this. I've decided to move back, take away your Die Hard. What is a Christmas film? And I've decided that a Christmas film is a film in which if you took out like that, the theme of it is Christmas. And if you removed Christmas from the film, it would no longer make sense, therefore making it integral to the plot. So there are so many other films outside of Die Hard that are normal films which happen to have a Christmas element, like even Jumanji, you know, the Robin Williams film Jumanji. There's a Christmas scene at the end of that. Are we calling that a Christmas movie? No. The Santa Claus, if you took Christmas out of that film, there is no film. The Grinch, same thing. Love Actually, I still think if you took Christmas out, it would be weird because it's kind of the thing that links every story. So that's my official judgment on Die Hard. I think if you took out Christmas and just had like party, it would still be the same thing. So sorry if I've disappointed you, but yeah, that's my logic and I'm sticking to it. I have my kids look at how many presents are there for them, and then I ask them to go through their toys, etc. and they have to pick the same number of things they no longer want or need and donate to charity. It teaches them to get rid of things they don't need, help others, and keeps the house from filling up endlessly with junk. They enjoy it. My youngest likes to give the giving part more than opening new presents part. That's so sweet, and that's such a nice message to send to children as well. I love that. I don't know if I could do that. I like the idea of it. Maybe in like after you've gotten your presents, you can make an assessment. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to get another toy truck, get rid of your old toy truck, but you can't say that until you know you've got a new toy truck, you know? But I like the concept. Just probably not Christmas Eve. But I love the thought. So much food here about people not eating turkey. Someone's had like British tapas, which is like all the pastries. Someone's had like Spanish tapas, despite not being Spanish. We were going through a difficult time during Christmas of 2013, so to make my family laugh, I printed off Miley Cyrus on a wrecking ball and attached it to a bauble. Now every year Miley goes on the tree as a little reminder that we can get through anything. I think that might be me this year, judging by how my December is looking. Rough days. But this is like a Japanese person in the UK. As our father is Japanese, we have fried chicken and strawberries and cream cake on Christmas Eve. And because our mother is Filipino, we have Calorita on Christmas Day. Yeah, I've heard of the KFC phenomenon in Japan. Wild times. If you don't know, Japan has KFC for Christmas dinner, I think it is. It's like this massive thing. They like have to plan for like 6 months in advance of like getting stock because the entire country orders takeaway KFC, fried chicken. Adults in my family stopped buying gifts for each other a few years ago. We put £50 forward. We do a huge shop for the local food bank, homeless, charity or goods cause, and we spend way less than we would on gifts, but give a huge lump of cash and goods to others. We reasoned that we don't need anything, but there are plenty of people that do, so we help when we can. We do donate throughout the year too, but this is the joint effort on Christmas. So that's really sweet. There's a lot of sweetness in here. This is much more wholesome than I was expecting. I was expecting like we all dress up like dinosaurs for Christmas dinner or something. But no, it's just like, we give away from charity. Turns out everyone's a better person than I am. Coming down the stairs in age order Christmas morning. It comes from my parents, it comes from my partner's family. Last year it was the dog, her, me, but this year will be our last Christmas where the dog goes first. Having a baby. Very cute. We go for a nice bike ride because the roads are quiet and take a picnic with us. A few years back, it was such a nice day, it seemed a waste just to go home and sit around doing nothing, so we extended the ride and went to a motorway service. And Christmas dinner was cheese and ham toasties from Costa and coffee with a piece of chocolate cake. Rode back early. It was the best Christmas day ever. See what I mean? Activities, the time you spend, rather than like boring tradition just for the sake of it. This one's super fun. Nan will drop a spoon down your shirt with a string tied to it and you have to pull it out again. Nobody likes or understands the game, but she's from a really old generation. Popping cherries into a glass is pretty hard, only using your hands, knees and thighs. There used to be guess the body part when blindfolded, but that only worked once because I knew the prank at the end with the orange after the first time. Prank at the end with the orange? I'm assuming it's a butthole, but I don't know. Then some classics like eat chocolate bar, wearing Xmas gloves. I remember that. We've done that. You have to wear oven mittens and open a chocolate bar, and you've only got like a minute and then it goes to the next person. Or is it a knife and fork? You gotta eat it with a knife and fork. Do you know what I mean? Am I crazy? It could be crazy. It could be my family. Oh, and I'll choose a random alcohol drink and loads of it. We like to get together as a family, have a huge fight, then fall asleep. Now that's my family tradition. My extended family, not obviously Daniel and I. Our pet dog always gets our family 2 new board game types or quizzes to play for Xmas holidays. They're usually under the tree wrapped up with 3 teenage children. They love opening to see what we'll be playing this year. I love this pets thing. I didn't like this. Must be more of a. Tell me, is this a UK thing? Like, does everyone do gifts from their pet? Because I should do that this year. I might do that. Maybe that's what I'm taking away from this. Bambi's going to get us all a board game. Scandinavian tradition. It is a Scandi thing, but I leave my slippers on the window for the 4 Sundays before Christmas, and Julisen come and fill it up with sweets. The Nisi are basically Christmas elves who look like garden gnomes, and they haven't missed a single visit for 32 years. Ever since my wife started believing and putting her slippers out, they visited her as well. I love that. That's so sweet. I love seeing couples do the Christmas tradition from their childhood so they never have to lose it. Everyone's being a bit Peter Pan-y and staying, keeping the child, what is it, the child inside you happy. Anyways, I think that's enough fun, unusual Christmas traditions. Tell me in the comments below what's your unique tradition that only your family does. I've told you some of mine, and I'm definitely going to take some of these and implement them, so now they're going to become mine. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't remember to hit subscribe so I can see you next time. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a lovely Christmas, or had a lovely Christmas, depending when you're watching this.